Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yuzhan, and I'm from Imam An-Nawawi Junior High School, Pekanbaru. I'm standing here before you to deliver a speech on chosen topic, which is, why should cultural heritage be preserved? So to begin, let's look at the term cultural heritage actually means. Cultural heritage is the legacy of tangible and intangible heritage assets of group or society that's inherited from past generations. Not all legacies of past generations are heritage, rather heritage is a product of selection by society. As a part of human activity, cultural heritage produces tangible representations of our value systems, beliefs, traditions, and lifestyles. And as an essential part of culture as a whole, cultural heritage contains these visible and tangible traces from antiquity to the recent past. Cultural heritage includes tangible cultures such as buildings, monuments, landscapes, books, works of art, and artifacts. It also includes intangible cultural traditions or living expressions such as oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, and much more. So ladies and gentlemen, is it important to preserve our cultural heritage? Of course it is. A nation's cultural heritage and natural history are truly precious and unique. The preservation of cultural heritage relies on consistency. Cultural preservation is a complex subject. It entails a careful balance of several elements. On the one hand, we want to support others who seem to be in a worse position than we are. But on the other, we must be aware of how our acts weaken the culture's identity. So now, it's a bit more obvious why preserving cultural heritage is important, right? The importance of intangible cultural heritage doesn't lie in the cultural manifestation itself, but rather the wealth of knowledge and skills that's transmitted through it from one generation to the next. Now, I'd like to tell you the solution about what should we do so that cultural heritage is well preserved. Well, fragile, intangible cultural heritage is an important factor in maintaining the cultural diversity in the face of growing globalization. Understanding of different intangible cultural heritage between different communities helps in cultural dialogue and encourages mutual respect for other ways of life. There's a risk that certain elements of intangible cultural heritage could die out or disappear without help. But how can we safeguard and manage a heritage that's constantly changing and separate itself from living culture? Safeguarding them is about the transferring of knowledge, skills, and meaning. In other words, safeguarding focuses on the processes involved in transmitting or communicating intangible cultural heritage from generation to generation. We can also preserve the cultural heritage through integrated education approach in this global society. Education without culture is the same as food that's delicious but tasteless. Philosophically, education comes from human culture that has taken root. Education cannot be separated from culture because educational process occurs in a cultured human environment. Digital storage has also played a large role in the preservation of cultural heritage that has enabled the sharing of cultural and historical heritage around the world. Digital storage is not only the most popular method of preservation, but it's a trend for the future. So ladies and gentlemen, before I end my speech, there are some important points that I will convey about my speech. That is, we have to preserve our cultural heritage so that it doesn't disappear for human civilization. We have to respect the cultural heritage because it has high values and has been around since time immemorial. Cultural heritage can also bring the name of a country to be known throughout the world network, such as batik from Indonesia, which has been worldwide and recognized by UNESCO. And the most important, I think, that we must do our best to preserve the cultural heritage so that it doesn't disappear from human civilization. I hope this can motivate us all to preserve our cultural heritage. Thank you very much for your attention and have a nice day.